All right, so you are all welcome to today's training. So we are just going to try and add everything that we have been doing over the period to see if we can actually analyze the market using the information that we had so far. So that's what we'll be doing today. Recording will be made available, so those who are not yet here, I don't think I will have to wait for them. Just have to continue with what we have to do. All right. So when we're looking at the MT4, we made mention that the top here is the times section. So with the time, we have 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and down, down, down. All right. So to do analysis, it's advisable to start from a bigger time frame. So you can actually look at the monthly candle, which we have been studying all this while. We look at candlestick pattern. So with the candlestick pattern, we said that when a candle engulfs another candle, it's called an engulfing candle. And when that happens, there should be a trade to the downside or should be a sell. And then we also said that when there is a momentum candle like this one, this black candle, you can see that there is a momentum, it just moved down straight. Then it is necessary that the next candle that will follow will also be black. So let's look at the green ones here. So momentum, then green. 1, momentum, then green. So 1, momentum. Then this one is a pullback. That's how come it didn't move down a lot. But you can see that there is another green. So green, momentum, green. So here we have black, momentum, then there should be another black candle. But what happened before this thing move up? It wants to touch the tail of this one here. The moment it touches the tail, then there can be a sell from that side. Okay. I can see that it's left with a little.
Please come again. I didn't get it.
Okay. So when let me use this one. It's like this. And then there is a tail like this, right? So the next candle that came opened here and left the tail like this. So before the trade will continue, it has to fill the gap between here and this place. There is a gap here. So what will happen is that the next candle that will open here will reverse to this place to fill that gap, which is what is happening. So after filling the gap, it will become a tail like this and then move to form another candle, which will be black candle like this. So this is what I'm expecting to happen to this at the end of the month. So this green candle should change to a black candle with a wick at the end of the month. So at the end of the month, we should see a candle like this, which should be black. Yes, so at the end of the month, this green candle should turn like this. But you can't trade on the monthly time frame. It's only banks that do that. Banks, because they are trading a lot of money, they can trade on the monthly time. You cannot. So you just have to have this in your mind that at the end of the day, your monthly candlestick should turn black. Okay. So now we'll go to the weekly to see what will happen on the weekly. So this is our weekly time frame. I'll squeeze it a little so we can see the chart. Right, so this thing I've been selling black, 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 black. So you can actually realize that there is no gap on the weekly. Every tail have closed. So this, then long bar, it went back to close it. Then this bar went back to close it. So actually there is nothing to look for here. But what we want to see now is we want this weekly candle, the next one that will come, to be black. Because on the monthly, this thing should move down. So for it to move down, it can't be green. For it to move down, it has to be black for it to move down. Then we learned about, I think, evening star. So when this happens, the next candle that will open to half of the body like this, and then it will become a tail like this, and then come down like this. So this is how the next candle that will open will come. But then the daily and the 4-hour will show you whether it will move up or not. So let's continue our analysis. So there is nothing to do actually here. But we know that at the end of the month, the monthly candle should be black. That one is in your mind. And today's date is only 13th. So now we are here on the daily. Yes, so on the daily, we've also learned about how markets trends. Then we said when there is a lower low, there will be a lower high, then lower low, then lower high, sell, lower low, 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 then lower high. No, then you form higher high. Okay, then higher low, buy, higher high. Then it's forming a higher low for another higher high to the red line that will close the candle. The red line was drawn from the monthly because we want this thing to touch this before a sell should happen. So if you are a technical trader, when you see something like this, what will be coming into your mind is to buy this to this red line here before, if anything will happen, to happen from the red line. But then you are not among those who will be buying this thing, because on your bigger time frame, which is in your monthly time frame, you realize that the next candle that should form should be black. So when people are selling, people are buying it, you are not interested in that one. You are interested in the selling side of it. So what you're going to do is you go to your 4-hour to see what is actually happening on the 4-hour. Now, will this thing move to this place? No, it will not. The reason is the 4-hour. So supposing you decide to buy it, which is correct. If you decide to buy here, it's correct because it's actually forming higher highs. So let's say you decide that in the market, I made mention that we have only two people in the market. We have those who are buying and then we have those who are selling. So if you are buying, you should make profits. If you are selling, you should also make profits, but you should know where to be. So if we have buyers here, we have sellers here, don't come and be at the middle here. Those who are at the middle are pigs, you know. And what happened to pigs, Kelly? They are slaughtered. So when you decide to be a pig, you'll be slaughtered. So you can actually come up here and then you buy from here, you make profits. You come here, you buy again. Now, when you buy from here, you can either make profit or loss because you didn't look at the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame says this thing should come down, and you are trading against the monthly time. If by mistake it goes here, it doesn't mean that you've won. It's by mistake. It just means that you've done a mistake and it's worked in your favor. But it doesn't mean that your trade has actually worked, if I'm making sense. All right, so let's go to our 4 hour and break the 4 hour down again. So these are 4 hours. So there is a higher high, higher low, then higher high, then it forms a lower low here, then there is a lower high here, then there is another lower low here, and it's forming another lower high. And when there is a lower low, lower high, the next candle that should come should be a lower low, which will align to what we are expecting in our monthly time, because our monthly time is actually showing us a sell. So if 4 hour is also showing us a sell, it will actually be in line with what our monthly time frame. Yes. So what I will be expecting is that this thing will buy from somewhere here, will sell from somewhere here, come to this place. We learned about support and resistance during our previous classes, that anytime there is a neckline, that place is very strong. So when we reach here, our first target will be here, and then we expect that this thing will break this zone to form another lower low or a bigger lower low for us to continue our trade. Now, if this place is broken, look at what will happen on your daily time frame. Let me just paint it like this, and let's go to the daily and see what will happen there. So you realize that when this place is broken, it will look like a change in the direction of those who are actually supposed to buy. So we said this on the daily previously, that this is the plan. But how do you know that this daily trade plan has failed? It will fail when this thing breaks this place. So those who are trading the daily time frame, where would they put their stop loss? At a place where the trade will be invalid. Where would the trade be invalid? It's when it is below this place. Below this place. The moment the candle body closes below this place, your trade for buying USD JPY is invalid. But how do you trade it from where it is now to the neckline? Is what we are looking at on our 4 hour, which is in line with our monthly analysis. So what am I expecting next week? I'm expecting that this thing will move to somewhere here like this. I want to change the color of the line, which we learned in our previous meeting. So just building up. So like that. And then to the neckline, which is this place here. Then we said that a cell, when you want to color the cell, it should be red. So what I'll do is I'll drag it across. When will this trade fail? It will fail when the trade is above this tail here. So above the tail here is when the trade will fail. So where do I enter the trade? I enter my trade here, and my stop loss is where the trade will be invalid, and my take profit is the neckline. How do I enter the trade? We learned different ways of entering the trade. You don't say you are in a hurry and you go and enter the trade where it is. What is happening here is for deceiving amateur traders. So amateur traders are going to actually sell here. So what will happen is the market will push up. when the market opens on Sunday, because the amateur trader decided to be a pig, what will happen is that this thing will move like this, like this, like this. And the amateur trader is also in the trade. Then to go into profit small, then to come back, profit small like this, then to come back. Then what will happen is it just shoots up like this. Yeah. And hit your entry and then starts falling to the downside like this. Now, they've captured a lot of amateur traders around this zone who will put their stop loss at our entry. So when the trade shoot up to hit the entry for the sell, those who are actually selling the market, the amateur trader is already out of the market. They've cleared the stop loss. So, and then what can also happen is you see this tail here. The reason why it formed a tail here is that there are a lot of people here selling. So around this zone here, there are plenty people selling there, which means this trade cannot, when you reach here, the sellers or sell entries that are here, there are a lot. So they are going to be triggered and the thing will start selling. No matter what, when you fly up, when you hit this area, the pair will still react because there are a lot of sellers here. That's how come when he hit here, he rejected, and this is a long black candle that formed. The moment the pair hits here, a long black candle formed, meaning there are plenty people here selling. A lot of the banks are actually here and they are selling the market here. So this thing that is happening here, what will happen is the banks are going to deceive the amateur traders, push the trade to the sell zone area where their entries are, and then this trade will trigger. So your stop loss should not be close to this tail. Your stop loss should be a little above the tail so that when they push the market up, they don't trigger your stop loss, if I make sense. Now, let's go to the smaller time frame, like 1 hour, and see what is happening there. Oh, I'm at 1 hour, so we can go to like 15 minutes. So, on the 15 minutes time frame, please, somebody is writing on the chat. So on the 15 minutes time frame, we are going to do our basic analysis again. So there is double bottom here, then neckline, then lower low, lower high, double top, lower low, neckline. Then it is trending like this. But because there is a lot of liquidity around this area, that's what I was explaining to you, that what the market will do is to shoot to this area here and then start dropping. So when you use your 15 minutes for your entry, what happened is your entry is more refined. How do I clean the drawings on the screen? Okay, so when you go to a smaller time frame, your entry is more refined, but sometimes that can make you miss your trade. So this is where my entry will be on a smaller time, because this is the area of the liquidity. When the pair hit here, there was a reversal. Sorry. When the pair hit here, there is a reversal, and I've explained to you what will happen to those who are already selling the market. It can go in their favor, but another time they will develop a poor habit or bad habits towards trading, and another time will be used against them. So they should be cautious when you see something like this. You are in a trade and you see something like this happening. What you should be experiencing or what you should be expecting is that there will be a shoot to the upside here to trigger the banks for a sell before a sell. Because this big candle here showing us that there are a lot of people selling at the top, the banks will want to move the market to that side again the second time to pick more trades before they start selling. So all the people picks that are here that are selling the markets would have been slaughtered. Now, those who I thought previously would have understood another strategy, which we call the how do I call it? What's the name, Crampo? Role reversal. So the role reversal, this has violated the role reversal rule because this is where our role reversal is. So what is supposed to happen is this thing should just touch here and start dropping. But because there is big candle here, this big candle that is here, this thing will violate this rule. Otherwise, this thing should just trade like this. But because of this big candle here, I am 100% sure that this thing will move to this place. Even if that does not happen, those who are in the previous trade, previous class that's and used to the role reversal, which is a good trading strategy, what will happen to them is that this thing will do like this. Like this. Then they are in small profits. Then you do like this, and they are in profit small. Then they break even. Then the thing will move here and hit their take profit, hit their stop loss in break even, and then it will fall to to fall to their direction. I'll be like, JK, the thing went my direction, but I hit my stop loss first. That's the reason. Because you were trapped into a liquidity where they are expecting amateur traders to be. Now, those who were in the previous trading class would have understood something like this that was taught. I mean the guys. So something like this was taught. And we said when there is a break, there should be a break to the upside, a retest, then what? You buy it to the top. This same thing will happen there. And we call it what? A flag pattern. So a flag pattern will happen here next week. So if you decide to be at that side, which we explained clearly that we have both buyers and sellers in the market, if you decide to be a buyer of the market, you would be picking the flag. But looking at the pips or the amount of movement for those who are going to be buyers and those who are going to be sellers, the sellers are going to have more pips compared to the buyers. And based on that, I'm going to decide that I want to be a buyer. I want to be a seller, sorry. Yes. But then if this liquidity zone here, this place, if this place is broken, the next liquidity zone is this place. So if this place is broken, I'll start trading to make sure I hit this area here. I'll try trading to hit this area here when this area here is violated. When I say violate means that a full candle crosses here with its body, not the tail. When there is a full candle crossing the wicks here, then you can say that the trade has been violated. So your sell is invalid. So what you wait for is you wait for a lower high and then buy this into the top side like this. until you hit this area here like this. When that place is broken, it's also violated. So you continue buying. Then now your plan has changed to be a buyer instead of being a seller. Yes, so I'm going to leave this trade here like this. And then I would screenshot and send it to the group to see what happened at the end of the week, if I make sense. So, like this. Yeah, so this is what will happen for next week. The next thing I'm going to show you is very simple. For you to completely understand this, you need to do certain things. So with that one, you just visit our website. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so you just visit the website, and then
Yes, we can see, boss.
you go to the right side of the website. You will see January 14th with some calendar there. So what I can see now is board money, M2 money supply. Then we have 15th January. So before you enter any trade, now I'm talking to the ladies. Before you come in or before you trade, you have to come to this place of the website. Scroll to the day that you are picking the trade. So let's say our trade is Monday. So Monday will be what date, Grant? I think 16. Eh? Monday is what? Today is 13, 14, 15. So Monday is,
Monday is 15th.
yes. Okay. So you come to 15th. So this is 15th. And the pair we are looking at is what? USD JPY. So they have a meeting at 5:00, which is about chain store sale. It's not very, very high impact. So you can see some ROB there. Some bar chart. The more, when the bar chart is full, then it is a high impact news. It means that you should either avoid trading or you break even. Breaking even means that you are moving your stop loss into profit so that whatever happens, you are safe. So in this case, the high impact news that we have on Monday is for the Eurozone, because the Germany is having GDP, gross domestic product news at 8 o'clock, which is for Euro. So you are cautious of trading Euro pairs if you are trading. This is for the ladies. There is a reason I'm saying the ladies. So be cautious at looking at the website and then seeing the news. So there is labor productivity, which is for pound, but it's not high impact. You see, so you come here to see all these things before. So when you come to 16th, you can see that there is a lot of high impact news. You see, so Germany has CPI, which is consumer price index. Then we have unemployment change. The unemployment change here is rated medium impact, but it's actually a high impact news. Anytime you see unemployment rate, it's a high impact news. And then consumer price index is a high impact news. So you just take note of that before you actually enter a trade. And then on that same Monday, our book will be out, which is the way of the foreign exchange market. It's a book written in the simplest English for everybody to understand. It has pictures of things that you should look out for in the market. And some of the things that we discussed in our training is just that it has been summarized to make things more easier for you. You can either pre-order or order on the day that is available, or you can visit the Amazon market to buy it there. To buy it on the website, you just click here, and then you click here, and then you can purchase at $10 now, because it's no, you can purchase at $5, I think, when you pre-order with a discount code. So you just enter you come here, you enter the coupon code, the price will reduce to 5, and then you fill the billing form. Unfortunately, we only accept cards. If you want to send Momo, you can hit me up, or Franklin, Kelly, yeah, you can hit them up. Another thing that we have on the website that can be useful is we have forex trading signals that you can actually subscribe to signal services, and it's actually $20 per month. What happens is that when you subscribe to something like this, you will receive something like this every month. So every month you receive something like okay. Kelly, is Franklin around? Okay, so yeah, so you receive something like this. So they tell you where to buy, where to sell, where your target should be. So you don't have to do any analysis, you just have to place your trade. So something like this, they give you where your entry should be, where your take profit should be, where your stop loss is supposed to be. So every month you'll be receiving that. At the end of the month, it gets deactivated. You will need to reactivate your account again. So these are several of them telling you where to sell, where to buy. So you are supplied with all this information. All you need to do is to place trade and be listening to the informations that will be released, because there are a lot of information. They can tell you to close your trades at this point, or do this at this time, do this at that time, just to secure your account. So to do that, you just visit the website, click on this place, click on Forex Trading Signal here, and then you click here. If you don't subscribe, you cannot, if you don't sign up to the site, you cannot actually purchase. So you first of all need to sign up. I don't know if I've signed up before. Yes, I've signed up before. So no, I've not. So to sign up, you fill this form, and then you make your purchase using your card here. At this point, I have 1 minute for question. If you have any question, just unmute and then you ask. Please, any question? But then the resources will be available to you. You just go to Bootcamp, Women in Trading, and then resources. So this video will be posted there. It's advisable for you to try and go there to look at the videos and try and revise everything that have been taught previously. It refreshes you. So the next one will be here. So you have to look at it. I wish you all the best, and I wish that you are successful in this Forex journey. I hope you understood